Greetings, fellow chatbot creators. Welcome to YourGPT Chatbot Studio. Today we're diving into variables, a powerful way to store and access data within our chatbot. In our studio, we have different types of variables: flow variables, config variables, user-defined session variables, user-defined visitor variables, and some built-in variables for session, contact, and visitor. To access these variables anywhere in the studio, simply write the variable type followed by a dot and the variable name inside double curly braces. Let's explore these different types of variables and see which one is suitable for each task, starting with the flow variables. We already have two built-in flow variables, last response and last utterance. Last response does not store any data by default. It is a placeholder that we can use to store any data we want. Last utterance stores the last message the user sent to the chatbot. You can also create your own flow variables to store data like API response or user choice. An important note: while the flow is in execution, the values in the flow variables will be cleared when the flow ends or the bot exits the flow. Next, we have config variables. These are used to store persistent data such as API keys, endpoints, and other crucial configuration details. You also have the option to store encrypted config variables for added security. Moving on to custom session and visitor data, we can create custom key value pairs for session and visitor data, which get attached to the visitor's data and session data. Session variables persist throughout the user chat session, while visitor data persists across multiple sessions of a user. You can view and manage these variables on our conversation page. There are several ways to set these variables: using the conversation page directly, setting them from the studio during flow execution, and for advanced use cases, please check out our JavaScript SDK. We also have built-in variables for session, visitor, and contact information. You can explore these variables and use them in the studio according to your needs. Let's take a quick look at how variables are used in our Chatbot Studio. Here we have two flows. The first flow shows a list of blog posts by fetching them from an API. We're using the flow last response variable to store the fetched post. Then, we're using a carousel node to display all the posts. The last response variable serves as the source variable, containing the fetched blogs, and we're mapping the titles and body text. All right, let's run this. As you can see, the flow fetches the posts from the API, stores them in the variable, and then displays them in the carousel. Similarly, we have another flow demonstrating the use of the flow last utterance variable. Here, we're printing the last utterance variable. Let's run this and see the output. As you can see, it prints the user's last message, which is automatically stored in the flow last utterance variable. Okay, so that's a quick overview of variables. I hope this helps you understand what variables are and how we can use them. For more details, check out the YourGPT documentation. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below. Stay tuned for more exciting videos on how to build powerful AI chatbots.